and lucky enough to be invited to manufacture the actual props for the show. And they're made by film technicians and film artists. So you know, there's an intimacy here with these products. We got involved in this particular line because we felt that we could do it differently, and I think we can bring something new to the market and make something you know, something new and exciting for the collector, especially for the Star Wars fans.
Yeah, nice. So obviously anyone who's seen the film will be recognising the different pieces here. Would you maybe sort of point to some of these, maybe pick some of them up and sort of just show us, you know, how they're above and beyond the sort of toys you'd see, you know, that you could buy in consumer shops?
Yeah, I mean, I'm holding here Kylo Ren's Saber Hill. It's made exactly the same way as the original were made. I'm holding it's very heavy.
Yeah, you can tell it's got a weight to it.
It's got weight to it. It's very cold. It's metal, and it's also there's some very clever processes that are being used here. And the process was really, you know, we would have digital modelers would create a digital model, we'd 3D print them, the printers would on a daily basis turn out different versions, and we would show JJ, and he would then reduce the parts down, and this would become, you know, slowly but surely it became a refined design that he approved, and this is really what we've got. Again, this is the real thing here.
Nice. And so, I mean, are there limited numbers of these that are going to be available?
Certain items are limited. The Vader mounted mask here to my right is a limited production because of the way they're produced. Again, this item was actually a 3D printed item for the movie, and it was created. Really started life from a process point of view. It started life being sculpted in clay, and then that was scanned, digitally scanned, and then it turned into a 3D file, and then it was printed. So the actual thing on the screen that was shown is a 3D printed. It's actually the same file, so we're actually using the same 3D file to create this collectible.
Nice.
The team are very proud and have worked tremendously hard to create these props, and I think it's important to talk about the way they're packaged as well. That we use. Visually, the box, you know, the box it comes in, it's a wooden crate, and those wooden crates are the way we transport props around the film studio. So we've used the language of everyday film, our everyday job basically. We've used that language, we put it into these collectibles. The whole experience is really a studio experience. When you receive the box, there's a seal on the box that, you know, you have to break to get into the box. And then you get a beautiful piece of packaging, and inside the box is the actual prop itself, but there's also an authenticity medallion that you get with it. Every prop is chipped as well, so because they are so close to the original, we felt that it was necessary to microchip them and register them, so they can't be passed off as the real thing. So I think yeah, it's all part. It's an experience. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to create an experience when you receive one of these, and when you purchase one of these and you receive it. It's different. It's very, very different to what prop shop's been involved in, and we're immensely proud to produce this and present this.
I can imagine some people not necessarily wanting to break the seal. Maybe some will stay in the box. Do you think?
I think they will. Yeah, I think people will be buying twos.
Yeah, one to keep close.
Their attic.
Yeah. So I can see on these pieces here, there's lots of different materials. Some are shiny, some are worn, there's lots of textures. How do you go about sort of recreating that? It looks like these are the real things, so how do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, so take Finn's helmet here, for instance. What we actually do during production, we've set up a scanning studio right next to the studio where they're filming, and in the downtime, the actors actually come into our body scanning rig and our head scanning rig in costume, and we capture those, capture their whole outfit, and that data really is primarily used for visual effects. But just before the cameras roll, there's always a touch up, or there's always something that happens to the surface of, especially this particular item. So it's very important that we actually take it from the set and scan it and actually capture the surface textures and markings and basically forensically copy it. So again, the mark making here and the blood marks are exactly the same.
And that's interesting. So it's not just you've taken the original piece that's used in the film, but it's including all the sort of marks and knots that it may have picked up in production.
Absolutely.
So the saber there that's on our left, on your right, it looks like Luke's saber, but in the movie it's Rey's. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, everyone recognises his Luke Saber, and I think that, but in the movie, as the prop name was, this is Ray's Saber, so we're calling it Ray Saber. This sort of, Star Wars fans, avid Star Wars fans, know that the handle was made from a Graflex handle, and we wanted to reproduce that. And what we did, we took the originals, and from scan data from the originals, and obviously looking at Graflex handles. But this is a complete overhaul. So on the movie, we actually made them from scratch, and there's again, it's a metal body. There's some 3D printed components on here. For such a simple thing, it's actually quite a complex object to make. Yeah, again, it's in line with what the actual prop was on the show. So very proud of this one as well. So
that's great.
It's different to what's out there. I know lots of Star Wars fans have probably got one of these already, but this is different. It's slightly, it's aged differently. There's the band here that's in the middle is a different colour because of this,